Hi everyone, welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and engaging. I'm just going to light an incense. So if you would like to say a quick prayer or to set an intention, now is your time. Just to surrender to this moment and seek the answers that you so clearly need. So thank you, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and spirit team. Thank you for being here, for protecting us, and for allowing me to channel the messages for the highest and best good. I had pulled this very specific card out. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. It was a channeled message for today. It is the possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. Now, if you haven't done this specific exercise, I highly encourage you do it. I found it like extremely beneficial. So this morning I was going through the chakras, specifically the crown chakra, and what I noticed was there has been a very specific message regarding letting go of the fears and really sinking into what those fears are coming up as and just sitting with them. So I'm going to use the Lightseers Tarot today. And I will also read the Pope Joan messages. And I won't go into the detail of why Pope Joan is here because that is in a previous reading. But I will talk about why the message has come up. So so this morning I was doing a chakra meditation and I was doing a yoga practice. But before I did the yoga practice, I basically tapped into the crown chakra, and the whole point is when we're manifesting anything in life, we start from the crown. We start from a vision, a dream, an inspired, intuitive hit from the divine, from our divine within. And then we channel it into a vision, the third eye. We speak into existence, our throat chakra. We invite more love into that manifestation. And then we set that intention in forward intentional actions through our solar plexus. We cultivate it, we nurture it through our sacral chakra, and then we ground it through our root chakra. And I will be putting out a chakra explanation of what these chakras are and how they are related to the twin flames. But in this specific message today, it is talking about how the crown chakra can be used to instigate a dream, a manifestation. But before we can actually visualize and be sure of what we're manifesting, it is a good idea to assess self-limiting beliefs or fears that are cropping up. Now, I have got a few clients actually most recently who are getting certain fears that have, they have been there for a while. They have been like almost parasites resting on your subconscious. You're dreaming about them, and sometimes they're just lying dormant until that specific time that they come and ignite that fear in you, especially when you're coming close to manifestation. So this is a reminder to say, write down what is a self-limiting belief and do not do anything with it. Just write it down. Write down what your self-limiting belief is and sit with it. Sit with what it is. Don't try and change it. Don't try and manipulate it. Don't try and be positive about it. Just literally see your fear. Because when you bring your fear to the subconscious, you are allowing it to be revealed, be seen in the light rather than in the shadows, where sometimes it can become a little bit too overwhelming and a little bit too burdensome. So Pope Joan actually is here to remind us that you can so easily get caught beneath the glass ceiling of what you think is possible. But the truth is, everything is possible. It's hard for us to imagine just how much the divine wants our lives, much more than we could ever hope. Pope Joan reminds us that even if we think that what we want isn't possible, it is. Or even better, there is something our soul wants for us that will give us more than we think to ask for. Pope Joan is a sign to trust in what you believe about yourself. Trust what's written, what's within you. Don't rely on what you see around you. Have faith. And this actually, before I continue, this is very much a theme. And I'm so glad I'm reminded of this. So thank you, Spirit, Angel Guides, and Ancestors and Spirit Team. I had been reminded last night to have faith. There is a divine masculine who initiates movement, who develops this sense of leadership, who is being told to take aligned action. But the divine feminine, they are being asked to cultivate their power through patience, through inner peace, through trust and faith. And this is why I'm saying I'm seeing Have Faith here by Pope Joan. Just know that your current circumstances are being transformed from within. Some of you may already feel a lighter sense of a new breath has entered and more burdens have been let go. Some of you just feel lighter in your mood. You may be sleeping a little bit better. Yes, your dreams may still be vivid, but they're not so much occupied with your twin flame now. And they are just ways to raise your awareness to your subconscious. But you don't need to dissect each and every detail of your subconscious, but you can allow your subconscious to come into reality and allow yourself to receive all the messages that you need at this time. But what I'm seeing is you who is listening to this, if you've resonated so far, whether you're a divine masculine or feminine, begin to believe in a vision of your life. Cultivate the capacity to see it, to really imagine it with all of your senses. And you will live into the day when it exists as the reality that now surrounds you. Pope Joan's right hand is held in the papal blessings, the Christian mudra of benediction. The two fingers that point downwards represent Christ's dual nature as both fully human and fully divine. Now, if you've been following my readings lately, fully human and fully divine have not come up once. I mean, just not a single time. It's become a repetitive, recurrent message in the past few days. You are both fully human and fully divine. The human ego is limited and lives beneath the glass ceiling. Joan demonstrates to us that for the soul, the glass ceiling is non-existent. Trust in what the soul knows is possible for you. This is what Joan's weary smile reminds us of. So if you have come to this sense of uncertainty, hopelessness, lack of faith and trust, write down in the comments box, reaffirm this intention. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. So I want to get a few cards regarding the divine feminines and masculines and where they are in the current journey. What is happening between the divine masculines and feminines, please, Spirit, individually, and what is happening regarding the union for the collective. So thank you, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and spirit team. Where are the divine feminines at this time? Okay, this is pretty special. We have the 17 card of the star and the 9 of cups. Now, what I'm seeing in these messages is the divine feminines have been tapping into their higher resource. They have been receiving this wish fulfillment, or they are going to be receiving this wish fulfillment. But you're in such a good place right now that you're not letting anything shake you off your ground. Every time you feel unsure, you're tapping into meditation. Every time you think of your twin flame, you bring awareness to it, you come back into you and your higher self. This is a very healthy way of dealing with separation. What is happening for the divine masculine's current energy, please? What is happening for the divine masculine's current energy? One card. You know, when I said in the 12-month 2024 divine masculine reading that this card is very repetitive for January, this is their card for January. They are at this sense of new beginning, and Spirit wanted me to add in a new beginning with you. If you haven't heard from your divine masculine, they will be in contact or communication with you, and it is up to you whether you accept this level of communication. I feel like divine feminines have come into their full abundance. They've gone through such different senses of heartache and heartbreak, and they've built their resilience up far more in the last 6 weeks, I want to say 12 weeks, than they have ever before. Now, I am only channeling for the divine feminines who are genuinely good without their divine masculines. Like, they are in a sense of abundance and peace and tranquility, and they are living in the moment, accepting and acknowledging everything that is for them is for the highest and best good, and really genuinely feeling the joy in every single moment. But the divine masculines who are going to come in need to meet the divine feminines at that level. Because remember, divine feminines who are listening, when you reach another level, your divine masculine has to work to get there. And this is what I feel the divine masculines are hoping to do over the next few weeks, particularly during January. So why is there a block in communication for those who are inconsistent with their counterparts' communication? Why is there inconsistency in communication for the divine masculines and feminines? We have two cards here in particular. Let me just move beautiful Joan to the side. We've got the 7 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So my question was, why is there this separation, this inconsistency in communication? And just as I split the deck, there is the 8 of Wands. So just as I said at the beginning, the funny thing is there is a new beginning for the divine masculines. They are choosing to make some level of communication be known to you, divine feminines, and this is going to come in swiftly. But the divine feminines I'm actually talking about are really, really good on their own. Like, they're just happy. They're happy in their own sense of love. At the bottom of the deck, we have 2 beautiful cards as a confirmation. They're happy birthing their own reality. They're happy in this level of abundance. They are happy with the changes that have happened, and they're accepting everything has happened for a reason, and they're cultivating their own sense of love. So whether the divine masculine comes in or not, and they will come in for those who are listening, the divine feminine knows there is more. There is just more to life right now. There is more to him, her, they, them, their own happiness, their own sense of accomplishment, of success. Like watching the sunset in the evening, watching the stars at night, manifesting all these things in the material realm. The divine masculines are going to communicate divine feminines. It's up to you whether you receive that or not. And as you're ascending higher and higher into this new level of spirituality, you are asked to use your discernment between what your divine masculine is offering you. A lot of you aren't accepting breadcrumbs anymore, and you're willing to let go of your divine masculine with full unconditional love, knowing that everything will always work out for the highest and best good. This isn't a self-limiting victim mentality. This is coming from a place of unconditional love and allowing the divine feminines to tap into this level of unconditional love. As I split the deck, the Queen of Cups, it's showing that the divine is listening to what your needs are. Your level of frequency is so much more higher than you were 3 to 6 weeks ago. I'm hearing divine feminines. What is going on in the emotional space for the divine feminines? What is going on in the emotional space? Now, isn't this funny? We have the King of Wands, which for me is about the physical manifestation of the divine masculine. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. There is victory, there is success, there is abundance for the divine feminines to accept where their emotional state is and not rely on their emotional state as much as they used to. Some of you who are listening to this may be very, very highly compassionate, highly empathetic towards others. You could be light workers or star seeds, and this has affected you in the past, but you're not allowing yourself to be drawn in like you used to before. You're acknowledging your physical power and how you can channel these emotions by simply being aware of them and letting them go. This emotional resilience, this emotional intelligence that you are already highly attuned to, has stepped into another level of abundance that it's been like nothing you've ever known before, but you were always meant to be here. Having this level of emotional intelligence has allowed you, divine feminine, to let things go. Things that used to happen in the past where you used to try and understand why has this happened, why has that happened, what was the purpose of this. You're letting these things go and allowing the truth of the why come to you easily. What is happening in the emotional space for the divine masculines, please, Spirit? What is happening for the emotional space for the divine masculines? Now, I find this very, very interesting. I don't often read reversals, but we have the Seven of Swords in the inverse and the Six, which is the Lovers, in the upright. Emotionally, what's happening for the divine masculines is they're no longer self-sabotaging their own truth of how they feel about you. A lot of divine masculines had blocked this connection. This is why they had this in and out energy. They couldn't handle how incredible you were. They weren't thinking themselves of worthy enough for this connection. So they would sabotage, so they would block, so they would leave you on red, so they would breadcrumb. And this wasn't because they weren't good people. This was because they couldn't let themselves be happy. They couldn't acknowledge that this divine, sweet angel of a twin flame was meant to be theirs this whole time. So since the Seven of Swords have come out in the inverse, it is about letting go of those sabotaging behaviors, not manipulating anyone or anything, particularly themselves or even you and the connection anymore. They're done with their player energies, I'm hearing. This is very significant for those who are looking for a confirmation if they haven't heard from their divine masculines for a long time. What is happening in the physical space for the divine feminines? And what is happening in the physical space for the divine masculines? One card, please, Spirit. The physical space for the divine masculines. Okay, so this is interesting. The divine feminines have always been trying to balance between their doing and being, I'm hearing. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Swords. For those of you who have been in hermit energy, who have been a little bit isolated from your friends and family in public, you're not doing it on purpose. You're actually doing it so you can heal. So you can be in this level of exhale. Yeah. Just exhaling, just being, just allowing. As I split the deck, we also have the High Priestess. You're allowing yourself to step into this higher level of ascension, this higher level of spirituality. You're honoring yourself and you're walking away from things you truly don't need to hold on to. And this is where I was saying, you're letting go of the connection too. You're letting go of holding on to it so tightly. As I split the deck again, this is where you're at. This is the epitome because it came up at the beginning. Now, what I'm also seeing is the divine masculines physically are being challenged. They are being challenged as I split the deck to start again. As you divine feminines are choosing to start again, the divine masculines are being challenged to let go and look at their own sabotage behavior. What is happening? Oh, okay. I didn't really complete that question, but I feel like there is a relevant answer in these messages. As the divine masculines have been challenged by their ego, by their levels of self-sabotage, this has caused a disruption in their day-to-day life. I also see that this has enabled the divine masculine to tap into their own higher selves. Now let's just pop these cards right here. So, oh, bear with me. Hold fire. Oops. Okay. So because they are tapping into their own higher versions of themselves, this isn't something that they have been equipped to do naturally. Now, please bear in mind, these cards literally came up and fell on the floor. So we already have 3 major arcanas on the table. Now we have 2 more. The divine masculines have been through this tower moment to shake up and release any energies that have come up and balance their own higher selves. Ground in this energy into the now. They are being asked to tap into their own intuition and trust the signs that they are receiving about you, divine feminines. They aren't a fool to what they're seeing. And what I'm also getting is the Seven of Cups is they are being aware of how their choices have manipulated the situation between the both of you. And now again, we have the King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. I felt that this was a divine masculine energy, but I bypassed it earlier. The fact that these 2 cards came out again isn't a coincidence when we have all of these major arcanas demonstrating how much the divine masculines are working on their own survival. I just heard they're working on the survival and the ability to let their soul thrive in this lifetime. And the way their soul thrives is by lighting the fire within and being in union with you so they can fulfill their soul mission. That is literally what I just heard. So what is the divine feminine's heart space? Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. The divine feminines have been ruthless in their ability to create boundaries, to let go of past people who no longer align with where they are. Even though the divine feminines are being aware that they don't want to cut people off entirely, that connections are important, they are also fully aware that there are lessons to be learned from everyone. But there is also acknowledgement to say that it doesn't matter how long you've been in a friendship for, it doesn't justify the friendship continuing. That's what I literally just heard from Spirit. What is going on in the headspace for the divine masculines at this time, please, Spirit? What is going on for the divine masculines at this time? I'm sorry for the camera shaking. I feel like I'm leaning on the chair quite a bit today. The divine masculines have been going through that inner turmoil. These are the first two cards that came out. Because they've been going through this tower moment, finding that inner balance, trusting their higher selves, they've needed to mend their own heart and see how beautiful these cards are as the divine masculines are trying to heal their heart through different threads. They are now coming into the strength of their being because the heart is there in full show, in full awareness that they have gotten here because of these tower moments, because of the higher ascension, because of the inner knowing of how much they can ascend. So they have moved swiftly through this journey regarding their level of ascension, and they are bringing in that level of abundance and picking off the fruits from their tree that they harvested lifetimes ago, I just heard. The divine is protecting this connection. What is going on in the heart space for the divine feminines? Completely letting go. Completely letting go. In full faith, I just heard. In full faith. What is happening in the heart space for the divine masculines, please, Spirit? What is happening in the divine masculine's heart space? The divine masculines know about you and are constantly thinking about you. I just heard the divine masculines, just as I said, they're thinking about you, has the Queen of Pentacles on their brain. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. And look how much they're viewing each other. Your divine masculine is checking up on you. They are fully aware of this connection while you sit on your throne and surrender, divine feminines, your divine masculines. It's only a matter of time before you connect both of your pentacles together in the 3D. This is beautiful. What is coming next for the twin flames in the journey? What is the immediate future of the next steps for the divine masculines and feminines who are listening into this reading? Thank you, angels, ancestors, and guides. Thank you, spirit team. Can you give me one card of what's coming through for the divine masculines and feminines? I said one card and the love has popped out. I feel like this is reoccurrent messages. There is this sense of wish fulfillment coming from the divine masculines. There is this sense of forward movement, of equal reciprocity, of starting again, but together, of nurturing this unconditional love between you. but tackling the battles together in this connection. The divine masculines are done trying to do everything by themselves. And you divine feminines have acknowledged that you've done this by yourself, but you don't regret anything. Now, the lovers have come out twice already. This is an acknowledgement from the divine masculines because both of the lovers cards came out for the divine masculine's energy. Your divine masculine is almost ready to receive love. I'm going to leave the messages right there. If these resonated at the bottom of the deck, marriage, union, commitment, I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.